Future trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Give me like one of these, will you? Like, what is it like? And then
love it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I am Cody. He is Andy. It is the 20th of August, little past 2:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Central. Andy, how you doing?
you know what? I'm so much better now that I'm talking to you.
Kind of exciting news. We've got 3 charts, 3 requests. We've gotten more requests, I think, over the past couple of weeks, and we have our own charts. That's always, good. More people are watching, more people are asking.
And I've got the right charts pulled up this time.
And you got the right charts. We appreciate
I promise we'll have the right charts pulled up this time. I swear.
that. We got excited last time.
Yeah, I got too excited looking at cheese.
First one, coffee. I don't know if we've looked at this one before or
I
not.
can't remember the last time we looked at this one. Came at request from ye who shall not be named.
Okay.
This is a daily of coffee. We'll look at a weekly here in a second. Oh my gosh, Cody, what do you call this?
It looks like a big old W. And also the fact
like
that we settled above 360 that we couldn't get over back in June.
Oh my
Bullish?
gosh, look at that. 360.25.
Yep.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for just a hair over 360. I mean, it is just, you got to how far do you have to zoom in there to get to see that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Just a hair over 360. But it did it. You don't even need that much price action tomorrow to the upside to click, because this, to your point, 350, 3 double, 359 and a half, 353. First time settling over 360 since when? This one, right there. This goes back to May.
Yep. Here we go back in
So
May.
you have clear W, nice higher low, right? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Had this and then broke out. I mean, you just couldn't ask for a better W here.
Beautiful.
Where are we going? 380?
That's what I was going
Sounds
to ask next. It looks like there's some resistance up there at 380. You got to get through. What was the high on that wick? 372 and a half?
So
Ish.
yeah. Depending on which, right there.
Yep.
So last time it touched a few times between 370 and 372. So it goes there. It clears that. You have quite a bit of traffic.
A lot of congestion over there.
All of this 380 level.
Yep.
A lot of noise right there at 380. Once it broke 380 here, it never looked back. So yeah, it seems like after this close today, 370, 372 is the next stop. We clear that, 380. Next stop, 400. How do you say this?
And then I guess if you get back up to 400, you probably get selling it. We tried twice to get through 400, couldn't do it.
Depends. Yeah, how do you act around 400? Because if you look at the weekly, exactly, right? So you took once, twice, and then thrice. I'll give you $100 right now if you can tell me what classic book that's from. Once,
Classic
twice,
book?
but thrice. Classic. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't recognize it.
What,
Game of Thrones.
No. Yeah, you're still on season 1, episode 1, season 1. It's Achilles dragged Hector thrice around. Not once, not twice, but thrice around the cat line.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that one.
So anyways, weekly coffee. A lot of room to go here.
Oh,
Dude,
hold
Oh,
on.
hold on.
Gap. Yep.
Oh,
380.
That's new. Do you see this thing? I've never seen this. This is like a new addition to the software. Look at that. It's perfectly designed for gaps.
Wow.
Hang on. Move it up in the world. We can draw circles now. So, yeah, look at that gap on a weekly basis. That thing is just calling your name.
So if we were talking about it, and I'm guessing it's 380, okay, 394, 395. So in the realm of where we were talking.
Correct. Filling that gap, failing to get over 400 bucks. So that's basically what we're looking for. It's just a stair-stepping trade to go fill that gap, basically, right? Go test this touch point here, get through all this noise. That gap roughly is here, right? Go fill that, and if you fail, and then probably roll over.
Yep. Okay.
So if you're looking to be short, you probably got some room to kind of play around with it. If you're looking at, if you have to get short tomorrow, buy puts, I guess. This has a little bit of room to go. What a W. Do you drink coffee?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me go. You might want to load up on it because it looks like it's going to get more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
With that W playing out.
Speaking of what's not getting more expensive.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at butter. So this one came at request from our good friend, Frosty Bliss. What a great name, by the way.
That's a great call sign.
Weekly butter, I don't even know. I mean, it's just been like every day, like today, for example, the session, multiple offers stacked up. I mean, you almost need to scroll down on CME to Drex auction to be able to see all the offers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is starting to approach levels. Like you get through all this congestion. You did it once. You try to do it here. All this noise. You get through there. I mean, you're talking about $2.
Yeah, I mean, if you broke through there, but we've tried doing it already this year, and we haven't been able to do it. Right? You get down to 230 where we sit right now, and it's not been a good bearish sign.
I'm not going to disagree with you. Not one bit, right? You have to break through that to get to $2, but that's what that's implying, right? Because
correct.
What's interesting about this chart is that it had this huge break, 320 down to, I mean, you're talking about taking nearly $1 a pound out of the commodity from here, from here down to here, right? And since then, it tried to kind of peak its way back up. It got to a third of a retracement, 33% retracement, and then bounced right off of it. And came right back down to these lows. That's just such a sign of weakness. You know, the failure to go even maintain any kind of retracement. Now, you could also argue too that you're setting up for your favorite, quite the long term. I mean, this is a weekly basis too, right? So you've got a lot of time baked into this bad boy. But I mean, like, what if you get one of these? Would that be wild?
It would be a ride. Okay, do you think the W plays out first, or do you think we break to $2 first?
That's
you break 230. I guess where did we settle today? Oh,
well, you did break 230.
You did break 230, 229, but it's weekly, so we still have Thursday, Friday.
You got to get through 2.25.
Yep.
You have to go settle below 225. If you get that settlement and then open lower, then yeah, I think it's a quick trip to $2. So the thing about it, which makes me hesitant to say that, is that the futures market, not one futures contract, here's butter for a second, not one futures contract is telling us that we're going to be remotely, even October, which starts pricing soon. October is only a few weeks away from starting to price, and it's saying that we're going to be a 20+ cent premium. It's saying that we're back up in here, we're back kind of towards this red line.
Right.
So the October futures is saying to us right now that we're going to have that W start to play out. So you have to be respectful of what the futures are telling you. Given the premium in the futures market, I can't say that we're going to go test $2 right now. I mean, I think you have to get that close. And then if we open lower, then yeah, it's kind of, it's certainly in the cards, but it's tough to say. I mean, like I said, the futures market's telling us that's no go right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be reluctant to sell it from here. Like you said, I'd like to see it break below 225, open up lower next week. So on Monday, I think people who've tried this before got short when we hit it the first time going back into March, and then we started rallying ourselves higher, are probably looking at it saying the same thing. Let's see some confirmation going into next week before we get too crazily over leveraged on this one.
Yeah. I don't know. So this is a really tough one. We're back on, like, again, we're at this price point where it's just, I don't know. It's a tough one. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to make the call that we're going to go to $2. The futures market's not telling us that. I think if you're going to get that, you got to get that close below 225 and then open lower the next week. That's what I think cements that. So
okay,
but futures are telling us that we're going to consolidate and then bounce.
I guess we'll know if we look at this next week, Tuesday.
Should. Yeah. All right, good. Hey, we got a big milk production report coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
So that, that will likely have a little bit of a role in, how markets trade, et cetera. So, but yeah, this is dangerously close to closing into an area that we have not seen in several years. And if it does, I think it turns into a free fall back down in this area. Yikes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Frosty Bliss. Keep them coming. Last but certainly not least, this came at request. Our good friend Goody, CME Block. What? This is just Chop City, man.
The chart that no one can figure out.
It's just like, I mean, look at this price action. Up, down, side up, down. Like, it's just all year. It's just been one big choppy trade.
Yep.
And it's interesting too, is that like NDPSR premiums have been coming in. You start talking about cheese in like the 160s. It's printing well, above that. I can recall when you were talking about cheese, like back in this 195 area, basis started to get pretty weak.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you're looking at the chart, a couple of things stick out. You've got this pretty big gap that I think ultimately turns into a bit of a magnet, right? Filling this gap. That would take you back down to 170. That's been a number that's been tough to get the NAS below 170. So, but here and now, what sticks out to me about this chart is, let's say we even settled the week out here. Let me just zero in on these 3 candles. So this week settled 185, promptly engulfed that week's trade last week, opened, gapped higher this week, and are now trading above last week's open of 186.75.
Yeah.
That's a pretty friendly response. I mean, you think about what this is implying, right? You had this nice big pop off the lows, gapped out of there, tried to come back down by completely engulfing the previous week's candle, and then, that was at present a break to buy, and pretty quickly too. So a settlement here higher for the rest of the week, that chart looks pretty friendly.
Right.
It
feels like where we at? 186, almost 187 right now. It really feels like we're going to go test $1.92, maybe $1.95 one more time. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, do you hit $2? Do you ring the $2 bell for the first time since last September? I don't know. The whole trade this year has been from $1.94 to $1.60.
Oh gosh, I mean, the whole trade since October of 2024 has been that way.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with what you're saying. In the futures, September's been kind of putting up against 190. Seems like when it gets up to, over 190 on a cheese basis, it starts to sell off. We had a pretty quick down up here recently. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, to me, when you just look at this chart, you've got some room to go before going and testing those highs. You're not that far away from them, right? No. The high settlement for the year is 194.75. We're sitting at 186.75. That's 8 cents.
Right.
But we've moved more than that single day.
Right. But to your point of that gap becoming a magnet, it really feels like we're going to hit 192 one more time, 194 in that area. And then it's going to be a real quick downward trend towards 170.
Yeah, go fill that gap. I can't disagree with you. I mean, that's why, just looking at the last 3 candles here is what sticks out to me. Is you gapped you gapped away from all of this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks worth of trade. And in 1 week, you gapped away from that. That's a strong, that's a strong move for the market, bullish move.
Yep.
Totally engulfed that candle. The next week, the very next week, sellers say nope. And then this week so far, it's been actually just kidding. This was a buy. Yeah. So that's why when I look at this close, again, it's Wednesday, we still have a couple more days. You could come right back down and close below this candle. That would be, I think, a quick trip to go fill that gap next week, assuming you did that.
Agreed.
If we're here or higher by the end of this week, I mean, that's a strong candle. That's a strong response to this one right here. So, but I'm with you. I mean, if we were to pop more from here, I think you run out of gas up against this.
I think so. Unless exports are drying up about a 190.
Yeah, unless you're, buying pizzas for the whole country or something like that.
True.
Which are you?
I'm not.
Maybe just for Paige and I.
Maybe.
The rest of the country, forget it. You're not getting a free pizza from Cody.
They're to fend for themselves.
Well, that's it. That's all I got, man.
Hey, appreciate your insight as always. We definitely appreciate the 3 folks that wrote in looking for the different charts that they wanted to see, from coffee all the way to butter and cheese. I think next week we're going to have to we'll probably have, I'd say, butter and the block back on next week's docket.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Just kind of see how our thoughts have played out. But until then, if anyone has any other charts that you want to see, please feel free to email us, give us a text, shoot us an email, and we will definitely get it on here. But with that, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will see you next week, rounding out the month of August.
Gosh, is it already that time?
Yeah. Have a great week. Even better weekend.
School's starting soon.
We're getting there.
It's crazy.